Hello team, and welcome back to yet another massive Unhaul. If you didn't know, my name is Monique, this is Bookwitchreviews, my channel, and I try to regularly unhaul because I gather a lot of books, though I in the last 2 years have been trying to do so more sporadically. I don't think that's the right word, more thoughtfully. But because I've done so, and because my TBR is absolutely massive, I also sometimes have books on my TBR for a very long time. And my reading tastes have changed, which means that some of these books I will probably never pick up. And don't worry, there is many books here. And yet my TBR is still going strong. It could easily kill me if it fell on me. It's fine. Very little space that I have made will definitely be filled up yet again. But as per usual, I have two different stacks. I have a stack of books that I have read and that I won't reread or that I didn't like and therefore they are going out of my house. And we have the TBR part, which I haven't read. I most likely won't. Quite a few of these I've tried the first page of, and if it did not catch me, then I'm just kind of like, I already haven't reached for it for a good couple of years, so they probably won't be reached for, so they need to leave. Also, if you've seen any of these books in another unhaul before this one, no you haven't. Let's pretend with me very gently that you have not, because that is the way. Also, the hope is that I will literally do this video and then these books will go outside of my house, because if they stay, then there's a chance that I'll stare at them some more and then I'll be like, no, maybe. No, I have already kept a solid shelf that are like, ooh, maybe I do want to read them. So therefore I have kept them. These ones have survived many unhauls and now it is their time to leave. So let's do it. First up, we have the Uglies, Pretties and Specials by Scott Westerfeld. I read this series way back in the day. It was during the dystopia hype times and I really enjoyed them. I will never reread these. I have kept a hold of them for sentimental reasons, but they're sentimental in a way of like, I don't even really like them. Well, like I liked them when I read them, but I definitely know that I won't like them if I read them now, and I will never read them, so they are going to someone else to enjoy. Next, we have A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas in paperbacks. I already have these in hardbacks. I do not love the series enough to have them in both. We have Empress of All Seasons by Emiko Jean. I actually like this, but as I said, most of these are, I just won't reread them. The River Has Teeth by Erica Waters. The White Cat by Holly Black. This book has survived so many unhauls. It has, I'm sure, been in at least 2 other videos, and then it stared at me and then it's returned to my shelves, and this time it will leave. The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. I actually really like this. It's a really cute middle grade, but I have plenty of middle grades. And this one can go to someone who will hopefully really enjoy it. Nocturnal by Wilder. See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This is great as well. I have quite a few YAs that I'm getting rid of, and hopefully they can go into the hands of someone who will love them. The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. Another amazing YA sort of queer contemporary. The Society for Soulless Girls by Laura Stephen. I wanted to love this and I enjoyed it, but no. Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Barron. Yet another great YA. Also, this cover is so beautiful, which is why it has survived. The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Adier. I also have the sequel in here. This is a solid YA. I really enjoyed it back when I read it in like 2019, but I have had the sequel since like 6 months after I got this one, and I have never read it, and I probably won't ever read it. So Fireheart Tiger by Aliette de Bodard. We Swab's The Near Witch. Killer Kingdom by Alexander Christo. Crown Chasers by Rebecca Coffindaffer. I wanted to love this and I just liked it. The Henna Wars by Adiba Jagida. Blackstone Ritual by Swearing and Durham. Gate to Witch City by E. Latimer. I really enjoyed it. Yet another very cute middle grade. This is Vision of Heat, Keras by Ice, Tangle of Need, and Wolf Rain, all by Nini Singh, whom I love. And if you want some paranormal romance in your life, she's it. Have L'Auteur by Christy Cole, who's another paranormal romance. I haven't reread this series in like 10 years and I really need to. We have Spyglass, Sea Glass and Stormglass, all by Maria V. Snyder. I have all of these in ebook. I just picked these up because I found them secondhand and I haven't reread them in a while, so if I want to, I can just do the ebook. We have Cryer's War by Nina Valera. I really enjoyed this. However, I have never gotten around to reading the sequel, and I keep thinking I want to do a reread, but I have so many other books that I would rather reread than this. So hopefully this can go out to someone who needs some queer sci-fi YA in their life. Back's a Witch by Lana Harper. This was cute, but yeah, I won't reread it. Squad by Maki Takeda Hall. This is a graphic novel about teenage werewolves, and it's super great and cute, but yeah, I think someone else might enjoy this more than just chilling out on my shelves. We have Raybearer by Jordan Ifukio. I have a hardback of this. It's amazing and you should read it today. A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee, also great. I have another hardback of this. Neil Gaiman's American Gods. Young Gothic by M.A. Bennett. I have the ARC copy of this and I'd rather keep that so someone else can enjoy this. Now we are going into the TBR Unhaul pile, and I'm just gonna power through them. I'm not gonna give reasons why, because the reason is that I'm probably never gonna read them. Maybe one of them at one point, or I started reading it and then stopped, and that's just the end. So we have A Skinful of Shadows by Frances Harding, Juniper and Fawn by Ava Reed, Feathered Flames by Alexander Avery, Name Bearer by Natalie Hernandez, The Rose and the Fawn by Renee Adier, the sequel that I talked about earlier, Hell's 8 by Stark Holborn, The Lie Tree by Frances Harding, Bells by Daniel Clayton. This book has been on my TBR, I think, for something close to like 4 years. I've had it for so long, and it just sits there, and I keep thinking, oh, maybe I'll read it one day, and the mood never arrives. It just doesn't. I have Lord of Shadows and Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, The Blood Print by Asuma Sehenet Khan, Stars and Taste by Adeline Grace. I keep holding on to this as like a palate cleanser, and it's just, it doesn't need to stay here. 16 Souls by Rosie Talbot, Ivory Key by Ashkana Rahman, Raven Air by Stephanie Burgess, Ship of Shadows by Maria Kushner, Wicked Like a Wildfire by Lana Popovich. A series of Neil Gaiman's. We have Fragile Things, The Ocean at the End of the Lanes, Neverwhere, Good Omens, and Stardust. Each of Us a Desert by Mark Oshiro. I wanted to read this. I have tried several times. It is just not catching me, and it's just going to go to someone else now. Total Follies by Alexis Hall. I actually bought this, I think, like last year, and I've tried. I've read like the first 20 pages, and I'm just like, no. The Guinevere Deception by Kristen White. Black Waves by Christina Perez. Are the Words and Where Hope Comes From by Nikita Gill. And finally, we have Magnus Chase, The Sword of Summer and The Hammer of Thor by Rick Riordan. And those are the Unhaul. Wait, no, I also have the special editions. So some of these you may have seen in the previous Unhaul, and I've tried to sell them and then I haven't, and now they're just sort of sitting around. So we're gonna try again, but I'll just show you. We have a hardback of Yellowface by R.F. Kwang. We have The Principle of Moments by Esme Jaquita Pearson. I've tried to pick this up the art if I want to read it, but I'm going to try and sell this instead. Our Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. Luminaries by Susan Dennard. Book Eaters by Suyi Dean. The Battle Drum by Sahal Arifi. I have the Goldsboro hardback of this. Spirits Abroad by Sencho. Shatter the Sky and Storm the Earth. I've had these on my shelves for a very long time, and I tried to read the first one a little while back, and it's too YA for my reading taste currently. Sea Chosen and the Beautiful by Niwo. I like this. I love other Niwo more. Descendant of the Crane by Joan He. I actually really like this, but like a couple of others, I have just never gotten around to rereading. Evocation by S.T. Gibson. I have like 4 editions of this, so I am getting rid of just the regular old hardcover. Stone Season by Samantha Shannon. I have another copy of this with very snazzy sprayed edges, and I have the old edition, so I don't need this one as well. The Sun and the Void by Gabriela Romero La Cruz. I've been trying to get rid of this for a while, and if it is not sold soon, then I will literally chuck it out my window. We Swabs Gallant. Sarah by S.J. Jones. I have been clearing in some of my special editions, and I tried like several first pages of some of these, and it did not catch, so we're gonna sell it. Stephen J. Sow's Iron Widow. I liked this when I read it, and then I thought more about it, and then I liked it less, and I probably won't ever read the sequel, so someone else can enjoy. High Immortal by A.Y. Chow. Lives of Saint by Lee Bardugo. So, Rule of Wolves. Brandon Sanderson's Skyward. Yes, you did see this last time as well. The Red Scholars Awake by Elliot de Bodard. Girls of Paper and Fire and Girls of Storm and Shadow, both by Natasha Yang. Bound by Sahal Arifi. I wanted to love this, and I expected to love this so very much because I love the Final Strife so much, and yet I did not love this. So I've just kept one copy. I don't need to. It may also at one point in the future get unhauled. I am getting rid of my toy edition of the House of Sky and Breath. I have already sold my Fairy Loot editions of Earth and Blood and House of Sky and Breath. I still have the Illumicrate editions and the toy edition and the regular hardcovers. I don't need that many of a series that severely disappointed me. I love the first book so very much still. I'm going to think of it as like a standalone and just pretend. And that is the Unhaul. There are so many books around me. I am going to count. Bear with me one moment. 97 books are hopefully very soon leaving my house. That was a little bit more than anticipated, but I hadn't actually counted the special editions that I was also getting rid of. So we are 3 off of 100 books leaving my house. And as I said, please do not worry about my TBR. It is massive still. And there's a, the bottom shelf of my new TBR shelf is like 2 stacks deep of books that I'm like, maybe. So they are going to be the new ones of, if I have not touched them in the next year, then they will have to also leave. Because I can just not keep, cannot keep doing this. But yes. That is the unhaul. As per usual, please do not come for me about what I have unhauled. This does not mean that I didn't like them or that I hate your reading taste. It just means that either it wasn't for me or that I have too many editions of it and a whole lot of not space. That's not a sentence. And not enough space to keep them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it will see the light of day, and maybe it will be the return of me to YouTube. We shall see. But I hope you're having a great day, and I hope that you know that I'm proud of you, and I'll see you all soon with another video. Maybe.